Let me just tell you guys, the Pale Oak Forest is no joke. There is a reason that I chose this forest as my inspiration. This still gives me the creeps, not even gonna lie. As you can see here, also, I did some planting. I don't know if I want to make it any bigger. I honestly think this is probably a decent size. I'm gonna remove this. I have a better design possibly in mind, and I'm gonna put a little farmhouse here. I think that'll be really nice. I also have the beginnings of kind of like a little trail to go through the park, and as you can see, I started putting some trees. I don't want too many, how do you say it? Default trees. I do want to make this mostly custom trees, but I'll put a few throughout here. But he did this little house. I finally got something that I think looks pretty good. I still need to probably furnish most of these, but that'll be an in-between episode thing, of course. Got a little garden here. It looks pretty good. I did want a garden here, and I think it looks nice. But that means, guys, we have 1, 2, 3 buildings left. Townhouse, the church, and a doctor's hospital type thing with maybe a little cemetery. I think definitely that would match the vibe, especially it would make sense having it next to the church. Let me knock out the doctor's office first. I'm thinking a very white, kind of smooth, with the logs, very clinical type feel to it. I think would look very nice, probably with a striking orange roof and orange for the floors. I think that would look very like hospital. Probably very box shaped too. I want it to look a little jarring. Maybe, but I also want it to look small. It's a small village, so it might not take up the whole of this. Maybe about half. So yeah, let me get that done real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Remember, there's probably 1 doctor in this village. Maybe 1 patient room. So, but yeah, I've been stocking up. As you can see, I don't know how long it's gonna take till I rebuild the resin farm. I am wanting to do it underneath the church. I think that could be an interesting thing. Have it kind of out of sight. That will be difficult though. I need to have it far enough down where it's not going to spawn up here. Then I also have the problem where if there's any caves in the area. So I need to clear out a huge area. I think it's like a 30 by 30 cube that it can spawn in. So I definitely need to check that out. Worst case, I just move it back to the Pale Oak, but it's really far. I really don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I won't build it in this episode of the resin farm, but let me know where you think would be the best location. Of course, I'm not the best mob farm guy, so any and all suggestions are very appreciated. So it is the next day. I have a little doctor's office going. So essentially what I decided to do with this is, you can see this looks very disconnected, and that is on purpose. I had the idea, I don't know if I already said this, what if they built this main section maybe in the beginning of the village's life, and as the village grew they had to expand it, so it's going to look a little disconnected. I also decided, as you can see here, maybe this used to be just like a house where a doctor lived, and when they made it into an office, they boarded it up. They didn't really want windows right here necessarily. On the inside, it's nothing too crazy. Maybe a little office right here where he can talk to the patient, and then a little room where he can examine the patient. Like I said, I think it's a really interesting idea having it seem like there was work done to it. Hopefully you get the idea I was going for, and if you have any suggestions to maybe make it look a little bit better. I feel like probably I could do something to improve it, but I'm not exactly too sure yet. But that leaves 2 buildings left. 2 freaking buildings left. Let's see. Let's get the church going. I may have to just do the church, and then next episode I'll have the town hall ready. Shouldn't be too crazy. It's just going to be like a big hall for meetings, maybe with some chairs. But this church, I do like the church. I already have my little reference pictures up from when I designed it. and I'm excited. I think you guys will like it too. What are we thinking? Time lapse? It's been a while since I've had a good time lapse, so let's get that started. Alright guys, here it is, complete. No, I'm just kidding. So I tried to do a time lapse, but a user error happened. So we're going to do this, or at least we're going to try to do this again. And I'm going to try not to mess it up this time. So let's see, let's get out the old handy dandy reference drawing. Am I out of wood? Really? I believe that goes here. 1, 2, boom. Oh, you should actually probably... See, I almost did it again. The mod is good, but it doesn't do anything if you just forget to start it. Where's the stick at? Give me a second. So I got this, and we are actually recording now, which you kind of need to. So let's see, we got a little bit of that. Fill this bad boy in. And like I said, I did a test design to try to see what I wanted to look like, and I did build it for the most part, but you have to click record. Something isn't right here. This shouldn't be like this. Actually, none of this should be like, none of this needs to, like these sides don't need to be like this. I'm trying to think, does this look right? This is what I get. I guess technically it is right. We're just gonna take some of these out for how you texture, how you say. So let's see, on this one, we're gonna do a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. And then on the other side, I guess we can always just guesstimate. Texture doesn't need to be super, you don't need to be super methodical about it necessarily. Let's see, and then this just needs to go up. Am I really out of, I'm probably gonna need some, so we got that going on. Let's see what else we need. Guys, I swear I know how to play the game. I swear I do. So we're gonna get some of this going. And of course we have to have the chiseled to as my little builder's signature. And this is gonna be a simple, let's see, a simple resin design here. But I really like this design. I've actually been sitting on this design since I started the village. This is actually one of the first designs I built on my test world to see what I wanted to do with this world. So it's actually kind of awesome that I am actually bringing it to the main world. Let's see. Trying to just make it look random. So we got that going. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to do a little bit of this. Are they both on the... Oopsie. Did not mean to do that. I don't know why. Anyway, let's see. And this is going to go up the same amount, but this one we're actually going to go like that. Get this. Do a little bit of... Yeah, I might just actually just do a time lapse here. I'm just not in like a super talkative mood, but we're going to see what we can do. And we're really just giving it... It's going to look really similar to the church, as opposed to the other ones where I gave it a brand new design. I really already like the design that the church has. So this goes here. We're definitely going to need wood. That's okay. It is what it is. Do I really not have any more? That's okay. We can finish that later. We'll just leave a few spots here. Like that, and we'll fill that in later. Now what we're going to do is, there's going to be, as the original churches have, a kind of little, I don't know what you call this, it's like an extended window almost. It's like that, and this doesn't need to be here. So something like that. But yeah, I'm just going to try to record, get this done. I think I've been putting too much pressure on myself, which is, it's never a good thing, especially my channel's not big. If a video doesn't turn out the best, it's not the end of the world. Obviously we're gonna try to make, you know, great content when we can, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see, and I'm just doing stuff as I see them, so it may not make sense, my progress, because I'm just bouncing around to things. I really need to fix this bridge. It is terrible, and it's really not hard to make. I guess been putting it lower on the list of things that need to be done, but I will get it done. You watch me. Watch, what is it? Watch my words? Mind my words? Remember my words? What is it? I know technically I'm on day 1015, but considering the nights I've spent where I accidentally left the game open, I'd say realistically we're only about maybe 900, 950 at the latest. I'm just going to call it 1,000 days once we're done with the village. I feel like that makes the most sense considering I left the game open. But yeah, we'll totally have a 1,000 days episode. That'd be awesome. 'Cause we've done so much. Look at all that. That just looks awesome. I just still cannot believe all the progress we've made. We are here a little later. I've had a burger, believe it or not. A burger with cheese. So that's always fun. Now let's get... I don't know what is going on. Let's get the roof going. Yes, I'm recording this. So now, what we're going to do is a little bit of this. And we can add texture later, but that's not what I'm worrying about right now. Let me go to right there. So that's going to go all the way to here. And then we're going to go up. Am I really out? There's no way. Bruh. How up are we going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7. There's going to be a slight variation. Like I said, it's going to be the Creaking church. Believe it or not, it's going to look like the Creaking. Like I said, these people were obsessed with the Creaking. We'll say maybe the church, being a smaller structure, probably came first, and then as the town grew, they of course built the larger statue memorial type thing. Yeah, so let's see, we said 7, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go through all this, and then remember we're gonna need to get whatchamacallit, some more resin brick. What is it called? Resin blocks. Because apparently I ran out, and I've used all of my resin and smelted it into resin bricks. So we don't have any more, guys. What the heck? I really don't want to do this I really need to finish this tonight, if I'm being so honest. Because I don't know. It's been really hard. I hate that I've been pushing this so far back. But luckily, my sister's going to be back from vacation. She usually helps me around with some house chores. So that will hopefully help me have some more time to go back to making the videos. Because I had way more free time getting the help I needed with the chores. And then I was able to focus on the videos. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I have a Discord server. I've been getting this set up. Got someone set it up for me. And I think that would be awesome. It's got a lot of cool features actually. The guy did a really good job. If you like it, I'll definitely share the Fiverr thing. But it has places where y'all can talk about the game, talk about general stuff. I believe it even has, if you just want to play Minecraft, you can find somebody to play. I want to say it has stuff, you guys can build stuff and post it. Now that I really like. Not only just to see how creative you guys can be, but let's say one day, guys, I'm trying to build X, Y, and Z. I'm stumped. Anyone want to help me? I'll shout you out. But I think that would be awesome. Of course, I can do polls there, just to really get that interaction going. Part of the beauty of smaller channels is that level of interaction you get. So I'm going to try to remember to post it in the description below. Definitely, if you have Discord and that's something that interests you, check it out. Once I get some people in there and get back into my old schedule, I'm planning on being pretty active on there. So if you want to have some fun, maybe I'll even do I have 2 resin clumps. Do some polls, we can talk. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do the broadcasting. I'll have to see how that works. Like I said, I really think that'd be a lot of fun. So I guess I have to get some more resin bricks. We could, realistically, we should be fine. What's very exciting is, like I said, I think next episode, there's no way it's not the last episode of Palehaven being built. I'll probably do next episode, get the villages in, And then probably the next episode, I'll probably do one final tour of Palehaven, finally complete, show you guys how it works. I think that would be so cool. And then we can actually start a new project without me feeling like I left this incomplete. And I feel like that's gonna, like, I'm very motivated with all this. Oh, and a creeper blew all this up. It was really lame. I'll have to fix that soon. But I have been motivated, but like I've mentioned before, it's very hard to maintain motivation and just ideas when you're building with the same palette. So I am almost certain that once I start something new, and not something as big as this, definitely not something that's going to require as much dedication as this. This is a huge first project for my first Let's Play. I foresee that I'm just going to be popping out videos, popping out ideas. So that I'm very excited for. We definitely need at least to double the size of this. Maybe get 2 or 3 easily. I'm still trying to figure out how I would do that in the church if we're going to do that. I think I said that earlier in this episode. I'm not quite sure. But it's been about an hour. And we have phantoms. Did I get anything? Really? Anyway, it's been about an hour. We have a decent amount. So we can make quite a few resin blocks. Let's say we have 14. I'd say 30 should be more than enough. That's what I thought. 30 is more than enough. And then I guess we smelt the rest. I wish there was a way to keep this from getting stuck. If you move away from it, it kind of breaks the machine. If you get out of the chunk. Well, I'm trying to think how to say it. Out of the simulation chunk, I think. So I wish there was a way. Maybe something with like a daylight sensor. But I'm not sure. I'm not smart enough. Well, no, that'd be pretty easy to make. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just would probably rather do that once we get a permanent spot for this. But realistically, after this village, I don't know how much more resin I'm going to need. Quite the conundrum. Quite the conundrum. Do we have any wood somewhere? I think we have wood. Oh, my game's like laggy, probably from keeping it open. Let me reset the game. Also, once I move the smelter, I think I already mentioned this as well, but you know what? Heck, I would really like to make a way bigger version of this. Maybe at least 32 furnaces, if that's not too... if I'm not biting off more than I could chew. At least 32, I think, would be the move. So we'll let this run for a little bit. And then we have blocks of resin now. We have some wood. I think that's about everything. So let's resume this once more. Load a replay. Creaking Shrine build. This should be. Is there not a Creaking Shrine build anymore? I'm quite... I did the one where I messed up, right? And I believe that that's just Creaking Shrine. I'm pretty sure I did build. That's interesting. That is weird. I guess I didn't say. I probably didn't save them. That's user error. It is what it is. But it's okay. Things happen. Not that big of a spiel. Now what we're gonna do is fill this bad boy up. And we're honestly, with at least the exterior, we're honestly almost done. Which, it's a super easy build, so I'm not even surprised. Ooh, I didn't think I was gonna make that. And then with this, let's see, how do we have this going? It's gonna be the same design. At least a little like ups and downs. How did you get stuck in there? So this is gonna go up like that. And then like this. And then it's just kind of gonna be the reverse. Honestly, I think. Bruh, there's no way. There's no freaking way. Can I at least... And then we can at least cover this stuff up. So I'll need to go back and get that... Hey, that's not supposed to be closed. No, it is this small. This is how small I made it. I think for a small church, like I said, probably one of the original buildings. I think that's a decent size. So what I need to do is I need to go get the resin smelting. And I guess just start putting the little layers. As you know, the churches have, whatchamacallit, they have floors to them. We're gonna wait for that to go. We got stuff in here. Now we'll let this start cooking. Awesome. But I want one at least 32 furnaces wide. That would be insane amount. The only thing that I have issue with is that it gets really unevenly loaded very quickly. I don't know how to fix that. Unless I just always make sure everything is by in sets of 32. But I feel like that at that point it's a little bit... At that point it's just more work than it's worth, you know what I mean? So let's see. These are both windows that we want. And I think we have more than enough. Awesome. And then now we are going to put the eyeballs. Oh, I covered them up by accident. Show right there. Space. Here and her. And then diagonal. So that's where they're going to go. And it's going to look really similar to the shrine because it is the same face. It looks silly, it looks flat, but we're actually gonna... Do we have enough? Potentially? I don't think we have enough. Let me get some more resin, and let me get the floors going, and I'll be right back. That's what we have so far. You come in through here, go up here, you have some chairs, boom. Shrine to the Creaking Heart, guys. I need some wool. Well, I just broke the wall. There's gonna be a painting here. There's a specific painting. Let's see if I can get one real quick. I'm just stealing one from the hotel, which am almost finished. I'm 75% of the way there, let's say. But there's one. Let's see if I can get it first try. Nope. I'm surprised that breaks first. There we go. It's very churchy. Oh yes. Now I'm trying to figure out. I know I have a ladder here. Does this actually have any? How do I have that? How? Because that needs to be there. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. We almost forgot one fundamental part of this. I can't believe, actually. Hopefully I have it somewhere nearby. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, hopefully I'm not too loud here as well. It's crazy what some coffee and a Red Bull does. You know, kind of up, I would say, surprisingly. Unbeknownst to me. And probably you guys. So yeah, let me go get it really quickly. It's just the one final thing to make the church complete. It's probably gonna be here in the magic. Here we go. Brewing stand. That's what's in there originally, right? Yeah, I think it's a brewing stand. Because yeah, I do go ahead and put all of the... I think I have the fishmonger market, the fish market. I have the barrels. That's their work block. The farmer, I think I have the cauldrons. I have the stone cutter, but I have the stone cutter for the carpenter. But I mean, that's the core block. If one of them ends up turning to a stone cutter because of it, that's not the big deal. But yeah, I'll have to go through and try to put work blocks everywhere in places that make sense. But like this one, just an easy 2. Did I always have 2? That's extremely strange. I don't remember having 2. We'll just put one. It wouldn't hurt, I guess, to put one in the ender chest. So here's what actually, I didn't even finish this. What am I doing? I finished the interior of it pretty much. I have to put maybe some posters here, or paintings. Here is in all of its glory. Nothing too crazy. Now what we got to do is just it's like a final, just more like detail. It doesn't really do anything. It's more just for the aesthetic. It's a very complicated design here, so no point in showing you. It's too complicated. I wouldn't want to make y'all feel bad. So yeah, let me let you know when it's done. Okay, after 52,000 of working on this dang village, we only have one building left to build. Sure, we may have a few decorations to put up, a few rooms to finish in the hotel, but we have one left, and that is because the Church of the Creaking is now done, you guys. How freaking exciting. Like I said, sitting on this design, this is one of the ones that really inspired me to go through with this pale theme for a village. Having, I don't even know what you call these, like twigs, or having the ones that you see on the Creaking, having them held up like they're actually a part of it. It was just, I don't know. I think it looks really awesome. And it ends, you know, like they have a church they, you know, believe in. And look at, and you got this, so we can actually have the clerics, and we have, you know, 2 little rows of seats. Not a lot of space, but you know, it was one of the original buildings. But oh, look at that. That is freaking amazing. And we only have, like I said, 1 more building to build. I am so ready for this, guys. I am ready. And you know what we're gonna do real quick? We need to do some custom too, but that's not a building. As I said, we don't have what we want to do. We have some of these. I was gonna do some like benches here. It's like a park. Like we could always do like that or something. It wouldn't. It's not like not hugest of deals. And then maybe one like right here. That, I don't know. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But I'm so excited, guys. This looks so good. And it's crazy to think how 1,000 days ago, all of the buildings in this village looked like this. All of the buildings in this village were the default village buildings, the default abandoned village. And look at all that we have done here. We have done so much in this series, guys. So much. We've been working on this since, what, February? It just is amazing. The cafe, no, that's going to be at the, in the, custom trees, yeah, we got that. Lighting, gotta do that. Finish the houses. So we got villagers too. I'm so looking forward to it, guys. I am in love with this village. This village looks so good. I can't wait to see it bustling with life. We only have a little bit longer. It's next episode, I promise. It's gonna be, no matter how long next episode is, we are gonna get villagers. You hear me? We're gonna get villagers. And I hope I don't regret that, but we're gonna get villagers. But that's gonna be something to look forward to in the next one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Maybe even share it with a friend. You know, if you know, that would be awesome. You know, my day job. Forget. I'm gonna put in the description the Discord. Please, if you have a Discord and that interests you, join it. I'd love to get some, you know, live, you know, and real guys. So yeah, if that all sounds cool, I forgot we have that, like sounds and whatnot. But yeah, just let me know. Also, and even in the comments below, if you don't want to do all that, let me know, you know, what you're so far. If you have any suggestions, any feedback, I'd love to hear all of that. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and we'll finish next episode with a completed Palehaven. I still can't believe, I still remember running from over there saying, it'd be so cool to do something with this village. And we've come so far, guys. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey. You guys are the best. See you in the next one. Peace.